Dan here, TD Speed Shop, 57 Chevy, two-door hardtop. So, we're working hard, diligently on this thing. Wow, a little East Coast came out there. But we got all the glass in the old girl, as mismatched as it may be. We have the steering working, we have the brakes working, we have the interior somewhat together. The rear end is welded in. The brakes are done. I mean, this thing is kind of ready to go. We have to work on wiring and obviously making the motor run and then drive shaft and all those kind of little things. But we're at the point now where I want to put a finish on it. Now, before anyone freaks out, I bought the Vice Grip Clear Coat. Now, I get it. You know, clearly I'm doing this for the views and I'm chasing all those things and all that. No, here's what it is. This is a little piece of advice that everybody should use going forward. I bought that stuff and you know what? I had to buy clear coat because I want to clear this thing. As ridiculous as that is, that's what I want to do. So if you're mad, pause the video. Feel free to, clickety-clack down the comment section, let me know. But this isn't patina, I realize that. But I love it, and this is the Radius 57, and we're keeping up with the trend. And really, I just don't want this bare metal to go all kind of rusty, looking goofy. I think that would be stupid. If you put a clear coat on it, it'll kind of, have its finish and do its thing over time, versus just immediately look like rusty metal doesn't look like patina or beat up stuff like this does. It just looks ugly. Anyways, support your friends. I had to buy clear coat no matter what. I think it was 120 some bucks, which is ultimately what you're going to pay for clear coat no matter what. And hey, if you can support a buddy, you might as well do that. If you have a friend that has a restaurant, you go there and expect free food, you're a bad friend. That's the guy you should be paying top dollar for. If you're having to be in front of someone to use their stuff, that's a problem. Anyway, back to my little rant over, back to this. Now, we still have it up in the air, so I have to trim the rear wheel arch just a little bit more to fit the tire, or at least match them side to side. That might be what I really need to do. There's a little bit of welding to be done at the bottom of the rockers. I welded them down, but I have to go like underneath on the bottom of the rocker on, I think just this side, but maybe both. And then that's it. Put the wheels on, drop it down. Then we have to clean this thing, which is the real issue. It is literally, we snow on the ground. So optimum painting conditions. I was going to put in the other garage, but I thought that's a hassle. We're doing this dirt cheap. We're like one step above a gravel floor. So I'm going to wash this thing with like dish soap and kind of wipe it all down, have the heater going. I am going to clear coat right over this. I checked with Derek. He says it's moss approved or whatever this you guys had. It's some sort of a animal. We're clearing over it because I friggin' love it. This is wipe on, but apparently you can spray it. So we're going to try spraying, just see how that goes. And if it all goes to shit, we'll sand it down or leave it outside. Or can it get any worse? Can it? I don't think so. So anyways, the cleaning of it's actually the issue because you got to wipe it all down. I do have some Scotch-Brite pads, so we'll kind of break up some of it, make it do whatever it's gonna kind of do and whatever. And then I got wax and grease remover because there is literally grease on the hood due to my own lack of planning. I'm sure this video is going to piss a bunch of people off. Everybody thinks, oh, it's a two-door hardtop. It's a 210. Paint it, man. The amount of bodywork this thing would need is too much. This car, if you've watched the previous videos, was a roach. It was left for dead. It was just a body sitting on a roached-out frame. I don't think it had front suspension. I don't even know what it had. But it was no glass in it, no nothing. I'm not taking it to the end zone or the finish line, but I always leave a car better than I found it. And that's what this is going to be. It's going to be on the road, runner driver. This car was so far apart, it'll probably never be a Barrett Jackson style or a nice version of this car. It's too far gone. It would take too much money to bring it to that level. But to be a ratty muscle car or a, pound around town kind of fun little car, that's what it will be. And to the next guy, if they want to take this thing and put full quarters on it and a whole front clip and put a whole interior in it and spend ultimately more money fixing this car than you could just go buy. So I had a chip in the window. I was going to lose it, but it's just a little bit of schmutz. Then it would be just to buy a done 57 Chevy two-door hardtop. Fill your boots. That guy is not me. but this thing is going to be, you know, back on the road here, and that's all that really matters. And I think it's going to have a presence. It'll look cool. Let's be honest, we're doing it for the thumbnail anyways. So let's get after it. I'm going to set the camera up while I lie my back and weld and screw around, and it's chilly out. Then a pile of cleaning, spray it, and then, we'll probably put that trim on that I got in the corner. Special delivery. I'm excited. Well, down the ground. Wheels fit good. I opened up the wheel arch, so you Tri-5 guys might hate it, but those wheels fit not too bad. Now it actually sits a little high in the front, so hopefully you can jaunce it a little and drop her down. I did put drop spindles, but it may need an inch cut out of the, maybe it's not too bad. It looks awesome in the back, hunkered down with those big tires. This side does sit a little lower because the garage is gravitied, so, and no shocks on it and everything. Obviously it's kind of a little whatever, but they fit, they roll. That's 295/65, so 12 by 30 or something like that, 30 and a half. It's a pretty big tire, and I want to get ones with different offsets, so it's, well, actually I like these. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Those are the Nomad wheels and tires, so you got to have your favorite tires, wheels and tires out at all times. Okay, I'm gonna, that low on air. I'm going to start the car for looks so good, but get some pail, some hot water and dish soap. That's what the instructions recommend. Dawn dish soap, kind of wipe it all down, get all the junk, the main junk off. So we'll do that, then kind of blow it off, let it dry, wax and grease remover, or maybe we should sand it first, or maybe we should wash it then kind of sand it with a thing while it's wet. I don't know, we'll figure it all out. I like this look where it's kind of, worn in, but you want to get like the flakies off and whatnot, but that's the plan. Then the bonus is we'll wet the floor down while we're washing, so it's like automatic paint booth, wet floor. Problem solved. For masking, we're going to mask all the glass, the front. Probably just take the rockets out. We'll mask around the handles. We'll take the side trim off. And that's about it, really, just the and then the wheels and tires, obviously, but nothing else needs to be done. I hope I have a back bumper. I actually like back bumpers on 57s. And we'll see what else we got to put this thing together, but it's going to look like a car. Well, basically like this, but wet and shiny. So, I'll get set up, and we'll come back and just start washing. Okay, so we washed it all down with a little bit of soap. Honestly, if you guys noticed in the time lapse, but the colors, now we just have a bunch of clean water. I'll do this a couple of times. But the color is actually, both are metallic, which I never really noticed. How does that show up there? Oh yeah, you kind of get the idea. So, I don't know if I want it shiny, but, you know, gives it a bit of a dull kind of shine or a sheen. Doing pretty good. So, I washed it, I wiped it all down, and then we'll wash it twice with water. Sort of hose would be pretty sweet, but hey, the card we're dealt is this garage, but you know what? It's December, we have some heat. It's better than what most people have, so I'm happy. This stuff being wet, we'll see how that clear coats. But yeah, I'll kind of wet it and wipe it, wet it and wipe it, and we'll see what we end up with. But that's the plan. I'll just wash it right quick. I'll peel all the trim off. We'll come back. We'll do the let it dry. Then we'll do the wax remover, and then I'll probably just crank the heat for maybe an hour. Get it real toasty in here. Dry the car real good, and we'll start masking. Pretty simple little process. So I've been washing and wiping it down and went over the whole thing with some lacquer thinner. I mean, it is what it is. Anyways, I've done most of the car. We got a little bit of this vice grip wax and grease remover. I mean, I'm just hitting it again. Hey, that's a product they recommend. We're actually following the instructions for once. My concern, it's not too bad. It's coming out pretty clean. My concern is the clear coat is going to go kind of gibbled, like in wrinkle and all sorts of stuff. And I mean, obviously it's not going to be the clear coat. It was meant to go over, you know, old, you know, lacquer paints and stuff like that. My issue is stuff where the paint's kind of, we should blow that out. You know, this is just random sprays of who knows what. I mean, some farmer, whoever has painted this thing a bunch of times, does it have house paint or water-based, or I don't know what it is. That's a bare steel door. I mean, everything is just out there in the elements. Who knows what's been on it? I've wiped it all down, got as many contaminants as I can out. That being said, we're painting over moss because it's going to be funny. Well, the risk of that is there's moisture and all sorts of stuff that's going to be in there. There's not a whole lot we can do about it, shy of like completely sanding this thing down and whatnot. So it might go gibble in a few spots. That's a technical paint term, but so be it. The car actually looks a lot better just being cleaned up. It looks like crap, but you know, aerosol primer, how's that going to do? I mean, in my experience, that's generally not the plan, but it is what it is. So I'm going to save you masking it. I pulled all the trim off. Got a few clips at the back I got to peel off. Mask the glass, mask the wheels real quick, and the grill, and I think that's all I'm going to do. Door handles, and call it a day. So that's the plan. When we come back, we'll mix the product up. It's super simple. It's just dump one in the other pretty much. It's like 8-to-1, and that's how they can only be mixed, is 8-to-1. And get the gun set up. We're going to steal air from the other garage, have the door open a little bit, little fan going to kind of keep it vented. And from now on, the heat's going to be on full blast because we got to keep it warm. It is getting a little warmer outside, but it's still cold. We're about to do some hillbilly stuff because I didn't quite have everything I needed, so I just kind of made this fitting work with a valve. So be it. We got everything mixed up, so the one side's mixed, that's just poured out, so I kind of know what I got to do. Hopefully we'll have enough for 2 coats, but I mean, maybe we'll just do 1. I forget how it worked out last time. We got her all taped up. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Well, I gotta take those clips out right quick. But we'll set up the camera, I'll put my mask on, and we'll just see what happens. Play with the, what's it called, spray gun a little bit. We got the hose run from next door, so we're cheating a little bit. We're not using the little compressor, so we'll have endless air. It is regulated down. I don't have regular in this, but the compressor can regulate down to, I think it's 35 PSI, whatever I was playing with over there, so wish me luck. Okay, my mask also screwed up, so Danny had to tie it on me. We're already off to a good start.
You're in the way of my shot.
What do you want from me here? The professionals wrap it around themselves like an anaconda.
That's precarious.
It is, yeah. Okay, I've already set the pattern, so let's see what happens here. I don't like this already. Oh, this thing's leaking. I wonder where we should start. Oh. See what happens. A lot of junk in the paint for some reason. I wonder what would cause that. All right. I hardly wait for all the paint critics tell me how I'm doing it wrong. Oh wow.
I should have wore a mask.
Huh? It's using a lot. We're only gonna have enough for 1 coat, I think. Honestly, it's awesome. So looking back, and Derek does say that 2 kits may be recommended for like multiple coats, obviously. So we got 1 on. Should try the touch. And I didn't get to, and I was kind of contemplating after I pulled the trigger and got it. But the problem is I don't want it to be shiny. I kind of want it to almost dull out. And honestly, what we may do with this is kind of comet wash it or do something. But I mean, I think it looks shinier on the viewfinder and in person. The roof looks kind of cool. I mean, hey, for what it is, let's be honest. It's so freaking stupid. Oh, you know what the problem is, internet? You watch this and you allow this to happen. I can't help myself. We're gonna unmask it. And then I'm going to go look at a car I don't need. Maybe. My phone just buzzed. We'll see if the guy's available. So, it's been probably, what's going on here? Half hour type thing. We have the heater going still. And we'll do that, I'm sure. Let it sit overnight before I mess with it too bad. I double taped it. I bought this tape on a roll with plastic on it. I gotta say, it was pretty slick and rather cheap. Is this the man? Oh, you ever have those phantom phone buzzes when you're trying to buy a car? Just happened. Hang on. Hang on. You guys want to go to the front and watch this? Unmasking a car is always my favorite. I think I just dinged the car there with you guys. Viewfinder, check. Usually you do this in kind of two pieces. You do one side at a time. Lesson learned on that. The hood came out freaking sweet. So, oh, and the other thing is, if we ever decide, which honestly I probably should just reorder a second. Oh, this one came off nice. Kit, because it says after 24 hours you just kind of scuff and shoot, and then you'll have a second coat on. Which, I mean, I think that's not just this product. That would be basically any, you know, clear coat kind of deal. But let's see what time we get back. Maybe I say I'm gonna let it sit overnight. I get excited. I don't like painting, but I like when things are like unmasking and get to put it all together. I find it stressful. It's usually a Mur job. If it goes sideways, it's on him. But actually, it went pretty good. I don't think I have any runs. Went on a little heavy to start, but such is life. And I got it under control. You guys are getting all the angles. Throwing all my garbage up against the door and keeping her sealed off. It was pretty trick too. Mental note for next time. Throw your garbage at the door. It's just that much closer when I have to throw it all out anyways. I hope there's no painters watching because they might be judging. Oh, on my wrist technique, how it was wrong. Halfway through I was like, oh yeah, keep it straight, not just whatever the hell I was doing. I panicked. Oh, I didn't reach far enough. Oh, there we go, long arms. All right, well, I think that pretty well where we're gonna leave it. There is dirt in that. I'm spreading all over the brand new clear coat. We'll set the paint booth to bake, you know, that's what they do. Be perfect overnight. Yeah, that hardened up pretty quick. I don't know. I'd recommend it. Just be wary, I guess, what you want. It looks shiny as hell on camera. Actually, you know, parts of it are pretty shiny, so I'm happy with it. So we'll probably end up beating it up, or at the very least leave it outside and forget about it so it gets all beat up and go from there. But I'm leaving it there for now. Like I said, I'm going to go hopefully run out and look at this hot rod that I don't need. I wonder if that... Whatever. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I say later tonight, but tomorrow. I want to start hanging the fancy trim on this thing, deck it all out, and then we got ourselves a hot rod we can leave outside and it'll look like something. See you in a bit. New day. She's dry. Well, it was dry yesterday. So we got this thing all together. I don't know. It's up in the air if I like it or not, but it's shiny. On the way home, I stopped by the old parts store and I got a bunch of miscellaneous clips. So hopefully we can make those work because we're going to pull this stuff out. So another channel, everything. Oh no, don't break the stupid boots. Everything Horsepower graciously donated this stuff. They saw I was struggling and they sent a pile of trim over, and it's the right consistency, patina. So it looks like we got a fender side deals. Oh, we got two fenders. Yeah. Well, look, man, they styled me here. So let's just take this apart. I have some stuff, and I think we'll kind of make whatever work here we have. So that's the plan today, or this afternoon, or part B of the video, the second act. I don't want to scratch this, but yeah, I'll put all this stuff on. Oh, yeah. So she's a little rough in spots, but that does suit what we're trying to accomplish. And this right here, these are kind of unique. I'll use this one. 210, I guess 150s maybe had this. So they don't have the full spears. So we're going to do some funkiness because we're going to put Bel Air sides on it and everything. And this long piece is the handy one because it's going to run on the bottom of the Bel Air. Man, these guys did a good job packing. Of the Bel Air kind of script there. The side pin. Oh, there we go. And they didn't even blow dirt out of it. I like these guys. Oh, look at that. It's already got the clips in it that I was going to use. So obviously someone has schmodified that. But now this piece, here, right there, that is friggin' perfect. And then I have the little pieces and the fenders. That's going to be awesome. And it's all, you know, she got a few bruises on her. Nothing wrong with that. It'll suit this hot rod just fine. So we got that, and that. Man, I appreciate the hell of that. Those guys are great. And then I have some stuff on the back. We have, I think we have taillights. I know I have a front bumper. I think I have a back bumper. But where we're going to leave it today, we'll just put the side trim on. The door trim's a little, but whatever. We'll make that work. So I welded it. So we'll clean that up, put that on. The fenders were the hard one because I didn't have none, like nothing. And the back was all cobbled. Not that the door isn't cobbled too, but it'll suit it. It'll hide some of this ugliness welding. And this thing's gonna look like a hot rod. So it's an absolute schmozzle mess in here. But I want to put the trim on. Okay, so here's the trim. Man, these are my kind of guys. Obviously it got stored in a wet box, cardboard box, with a bunch of overspray on it. So I would have done the same thing. It's got a twist in the grain there, and it looks like a farmer already put a hole in it to mount it. So we're going to go ahead and put it right on. So these are the clips we're going to use. They have a little spring on them, and they're pretty friggin' simple. You kind of just put them in against the spring, pop them back. Then what happens is the spring just kind of holds it, and you can kind of move them anywhere you want. As you tighten them, you'll just grip the rolled edge. So we're basically going to do the same thing. They're a little kind of flimsy, and you might have to put them in, you know, kind of upside down or do whatever you got to do. Obviously, this is all bent to hell, but once there's some pressure on them, they ain't going nowhere. So that's what we're going to do. I gotta decide which is the best way to do it. It might be that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I drilled a couple of fresh holes just for myself. So we'll put a few of these in here. And then all you do is put a washer and nut on the backside. This is not the factory Tri-5 Chevrolet setup. Oh, well, actually I shouldn't say I don't believe it is, but it'll work. And that's all we're trying to accomplish here. Just making it happen. So let's go ahead and jam these in. Come on. Come on, that looks good. Okay, so I put the back panel on. Just kind of hide a bunch of stuff. I already had that piece. We have the back top piece, whatever. So now we're going to use this. Now, typically, when these were original, they had this like kind of goofy clip in them. I'll have these, which I may scavenge a few. So they're just like a push clip style, like a spring clip, which I kind of hate because every bit of trim I have looks like that. But I think we'll do a little bit of both. So I can jam some, actually came with some of these already in it. So one at the back, see the ones I have are a little small. I might have some bigger ones in the toolbox. But if we kind of have a couple, you know, at the front where it's easy to get to. So like right here, these ones we can get to, no problem. I'll probably put 2 or something in there because they're easy. Same thing, we could probably reach, might be tough with the wheel on, but we can reach up in there and get those ones. And then these ones, they're actually not too bad to get to all of them. So instead of being push clip, they'll be spin jobbies. These ones are a little harder to get to. I might have to have Danny kind of hold it because I got to lie my back and reach my arm all the way up. Because again, there is no wheel tub on a Tri-5. There's the trunk liner and then the wheel kind of whatever area. This is all open space. And then these ones might be tricky to get to. I might have to pull a wheel. I don't think, no. I think the wheel tub goes in. So I think that's maybe on top of the tub. I'm not too sure if I can get to those. We'll see. But we're just kind of putting it all on loose. So we'll get the camera set up. The bottom piece I want to put on because that is going to change everything and make it look phenomenal and just really, you know, put a break as to where the old junk was and like the less old and then the new junk went on. But it's a patch quilt. Trim and glass completely change a Tri-5 Chevrolet. So we got it all on. It's lumpy and it's not completely tight. And you do that, well I did that just so you can adjust it forward and back so the door isn't going to hit the fender trim or the back trim. Got that all pretty well taken care of. There's a few right there on the top. I'm going to have to kind of jack it up and take the wheel off probably or something. But it's a real hassle taking the wheels off on this thing, so I'm going to avoid that. Mental note, so I promise I'll forget. But when it's flopping around, we'll get to it later. Everything looks good. Completely breaks the car up. You can't like there. I didn't do any body work to this. Can you believe that? How straight this is with no. Oh, you guys believe anything? We got that. We got the rockets in, and we're all gold. Now I did run out of fasteners. It's like whatever it was, number 8 or number 10 or something like that. So I got to get some more stuff like that. So I got to run to the hardware store real quick. Get that, and we'll come back. We'll flip the other side on right quick. Maybe hang a front bumper. I don't know if I have a back bumper. I know I said that a few times. I gotta check. Front bumpers I got like crazy. I do like the back bumpers on Tri-5s. And in the trunk actually is a bunch more trim. So we might just kind of set it on and fasten it properly in the next video. Because the next one, seats in proper, steering done proper. I bought a different way to do the e-brake. We can look at exhaust. And a bunch more stuff. I think I probably got one more video left on this thing because I'm still just waiting on a few last parts of the Camaro, and I want every single thing I've ordered before I start working on it. And I might as well run completely other parts on this and then start scrounging and ordering, right? But oh, it looks good. Okay, so I got a few bits of hardware. So this is what them horsepower boys sent, and this one side, it's 4-door stuff welded together. But they TIG welded it with stainless rod, so it looks, so we'll just go, so that's their work, right? And then the DD Speed Shop, because we're using my door molding. I think they missed, maybe they're not reading the description where it's the world's worst 57 Chevy.
They added just a little good to it, that's all.
They're trying to church it up.
Yeah, did they do a good job there, hey?
I know, right? They probably back purged it and cleaned it. And
You're real bad at welding.
thanks, support team.
You're welcome.
I'm not bad at welding, I just don't care about much. Okay. So you gotta put your body against this. Just hold where I was holding my hand was. Okie dokie. Cause I'm on my own for dinner.
Luckily for you, I already made it.
Oh, good. So you can't unmake it.
But I can't still poison it.
No. Okay. So now I get to lie my back. Oh, why is it so? It's so cold down here.
How come you don't use cardboard?
You know what? We go green here at DD Speed Shop, and we don't believe in paper product. Ow! I cut my finger.
Isn't paper product the good thing to use? That's why all the bags are paper?
Well, we use nothing. We're saving a tree. Lie on concrete, save a tree. Okay. What? What's with the judging?
No judging.
It's very chilly, very chilly. Okay, we'll just put the front two in. The other one's all... So some of these are a pain because they have to go in with the wheel well. Oh, look at no, see they welded it? It's got a bend in it. They didn't have it on a fixture table or nothing, those lazy guys. Look at that. We're gonna have to really pepper that with some screws. You know, you can't even get anything for free on the internet anymore, eh? Oh, hey, I can't see it. Is this something?
I don't know. What are you trying to do?
I don't know what I'm trying to do.
Oh, you're a hole.
Can you push around there? Oh, I think I got it. I'm feeling it blind. It's like the lights are off. Did that do? No. Oh, the washer's too small. I drilled the hole too big originally. That look good in the tinted glass. Okay, just hold that real quick. Don't worry, I have more washers. Don't let it come out.
I'm not. I'm just showing their nice weld again.
Why?
I've never seen a weld so good.
I can weld that good.
These boys really spoiled you.
Yeah. What can I say? I deserve it. Someone should spoil me.
I turned the camera around, but I am not camera ready. So I can't even defend myself.
Are you even trying to push it?
I'm literally pushing it.
I think I got it. Okay, that wasn't a great sound. Is there a worse sound than dropping a bolt or a nut down into the abyss? Don't worry, I'll go back and get it later. 30 years from now, some hot rodders will be driving saying, "What's that rattle?" Watch the VHS tape. Okay, this is... I'm losing my... Oh.
It sounds like nails on a chalkboard. It's like itching my brain. I feel it in my teeth.
Okay, I got it. That's very frustrating. That's some good TV.
Oh, you did get it.
Whew. See, look at how warped it is, though, those guys. Okay, now here's the best part. So, I consulted with my Danielle. And this door here, so it's a 56 Chevrolet door. Hopefully I have the right size. So it's a 56 Chevy door.
56?
56. I have to adjust that.
I was gonna say, are you gonna have to lift it to close it?
It just needs a little tweaking. Once I put the glass in, it didn't want to fit anymore. But see, 56, or maybe it's Pontiac, I think 56 has dual trim thing. So obviously the trim here has to kind of go something like that. Well, it's not going to line up to anything. So I thought, because everyone keeps saying the stuff I do creates OCD, and I enjoy that, the way I have my lights and all that, I thought what I would do...
Speaking of, there's a light falling down there. If everybody could just in the comments let us know.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Oh,
Yeah.
there's another one too, actually. Oh, there's another one. There is 3 lights falling down in here.
Whose side are you on here?
I don't know.
So what we're gonna do
You never give me more attention.
is we're gonna put it in the wrong holes. Well, it kind of lines up at the back, but it's way out to lunch on the front. Oh, I love it. Where do I put the hardware? I found it. So there we go. This is what we're gonna do. The door opens nice though. Not bad, eh? You put a little bit of weight in there, it's just mint. Okay, I'm just gonna screw these in right quick. Then we'll come back and we'll show this thing one last time, and then it's supper time. Are their brains melting yet? I love it. It's welded together 4-door trim. Oh, you let that pop out. You weren't holding it very well. Welded together 4-door trim, all mangled up. This one actually might have to scoot ahead just a little, but it's fine. Looks pretty. You know, when we bought this thing, I didn't know what direction we were going to head in. And I'm happy where we ended. I ordered a pile of hood pins. We're going to pin the fenders, top and side. We're going to pin the hood down. And I think we're going to pin the deck lid down. If I have a latch, I'll put it in there, but I think we'll just pin it all. So that's where we're leaving it now. I think I have the center section. So tri-pipe bumper is the center section, and the taillights are on the side, I believe. Don't step on the tools there. I think I have most of the trim on the side. So I think next video, we'll start running wires. I got an e-brake for it. We'll put that in, maybe bolt the seats in. And then, yeah, there's lots of miscellaneous stuff. We have taillights. Oh, maybe there's, yeah, little bumperette things. I think I have enough to kind of make it happen. I know there's a front bumper. I have a grill, but it is like, it's bad. We could probably jam that together and make it look like something. Wire it up. And then we got to do drive shaft, the motor and all that. But look how cool this thing looks. I'm also fighting out what wheels to run in the front. I don't know what I like. Decisions. Oh, and we'll do the window trim as well next time. So we'll finish it up and wire it on the next video, make it look like something, put the seats in it, and then push out in the snow. So hopefully you guys, I mean, there you top-notch clear coat here, you know. You get what you pay for, I guess. It was good. It went on real easy. Obviously, if there's a problem with it, I was the problem. Painting moss. Who'd have thought? I asked Derek when I called him. I said, I told him, I said, I'm going to get this stuff. So my plan is I want to clear coat this thing. I said, I don't want to make a mockery of your pyramid scheme, multi-level business there. And he was like, oh no, I get it. Paint over whatever you want and stuff. And honestly, this thing, like the paint, the clear didn't wrinkle on nothing, which I was shocked. We're painting over moss and grease and miscellaneous and all that. Laid down good. I can't complain. There's a few dents on the top there. I didn't notice those when it was matte. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. As always, subscribe below if you wouldn't mind, and leave a comment. I'm sure, you know what that thing I have to ask for comments on this video. There's going to be a few, and we'll see you on the next one. But just remember, if you're mad at me, do you have a 57 Chevrolet that's all kind of kiboshed together with the trim hanging off wrong on the other side? I mean, if you do, I'm pretty jealous. Oh, and if you're somewhat local or know where you can get trim like this, send Danny an email. See you on the next one.
At ddspshop.ca.
There you go. Thank you.